Good morning all, hope you're doing okay. I've got a cold today, so I think this video is going to be quite short and I think I just need to have like a duvet day. I've got a sore throat and runny nose and my sinuses are a bit blocked as well. So I've got some Lemsips and I've got some hot drinks and stuff. So I feel a bit tired today, but we'll get this bulletin done and then I'll be back tomorrow. There won't be a video on gold today because I'm feeling under the weather. So the risk calc is on the big picture. There's 10 people trying to sell indices versus the one person buying. So there's lots of bears. Our technical risk calc took a hit because we were 89 on Friday, but we're down to 65, and it's using these risk instruments here, and then we're weighting them appropriately. Okay, so if it's a poor performance on the day, it reduces the score. If it's a poor performance over the last 5 days, then it reduces that score. Okay, so let me show you the robot and then we'll talk about the indices. And I need to take it easy today because I'm feeling a bit tired, to be honest, and got a cold. So let's see. So this is the closed trades, which is cool. It's a good hit rate. And come to the trades, open trades, and this is how we're positioned. Remember, you wouldn't have gold, and that'll be the last time that I'll have gold as well. And you won't also have the Euro Swiss as well because that just misbehaves. So we're looking for longs, dollar Swiss, dollar yen, and dollar CAD. And I think now the trading stop's going to kick in, and then we'll have to wait and see what happens today. So very happy with the hit rate. The failure rate's now in, and that's the extra conditional check that we have. So in case you don't know what I mean, the failure rate is based on this. So we will only enter, the robot will only open a trade if it were greater than 50%. Okay, if we're below 50%, it tells us that the herd are getting paid. They need to be getting crushed and punished before the robot opens. And we just so happen we're at 50%, but we need to be greater than 50%. So we can see what our trade will be by coming to the scores. Likely Euro USD sell because it's in the sell rip bit, and it might be GU sell, but it's because it's up here, it's going to try and sell EU rather than GU because of the location of where that particular currency is. If it's in this top bit, it's looking to buy, all right? If it's down here, it's looking to sell. So it's more likely going to sell the Euro USD as opposed to the GU, and that's how I program the robot. And so we'll just have to see how we go. Let's show you the indices, and then I need to rest today. I feel really tired. It's really crazy, and oh god, my mouse is slow. Right, so gold's making a diagonal break, but they've gone long, right? So if we extend that line, we can see we've actually below that diagonal. We can extend that maybe. Right, so we're on this side of that diagonal, and they've gone long. So this should be a resistance at 1927-ish. So you could look for sells with a tight stop at 1927 if you wanted. There won't be a video, like I said earlier, on this because, well, I'm just feeling a bit poorly, to be honest with you. And anyway, you've got your setup here. You've got your stop loss at 1927, okay? And it's a nice tight stop. If we go above 1927, we might be above the diagonal. We can pump potentially, but we did make the sell here. And DAX. Remember, the US indices were closed yesterday, and we're fallen because they've gone long. So we created a punishment zone there, and we had a nice reaction off it. Many hours of selling, and down we come, and we're sideways. So it's hard to say what's going to happen. You think this price action would be scary enough for them to sell, but if they're going to go sideways, it might just need to flush out a little bit more. And US S&P. And see, the thing is, I went to a gig on Saturday and it rained, and it took a while for the cold to manifest. So it's quite surprising. We're drifting on S&P, the sideways, and look at the sentiment. Price action. Sorry, it's the sideways. So is there anything to comment there? we are getting a little bit extreme, so we've got to be a bit careful. 25%, so 75% of this market is short. Okay, and US 30, and then that's it. So the robot's going well. We'll just have to see what happens today. It's going to be EU or GU for a sell. Okay, and it should be GU as opposed to EU, and sideways, but they have just sold it, so it kind of makes sense that they would. It looks quite toppy, and they have just sold it. So if they continue, we'll create another box, and it'll be a support. And that's it. So I'm going to take it easy, like I say, and then I'll be back tomorrow. And before we know it, it's going to be NFP, and it's going to be the weekend. I'm supposed to be seeing my friends on the weekend, but it all depends on how I feel, whether or not my cold's going to get worse. So we'll have to wait and see. So remember, keep an eye on your QDB scores. Any questions, let me know. Just remember to @ me in Discord, otherwise I won't get the notification. So @ Quasi, then I'll get the notification. So I'll speak to you guys soon, and trade safely.